started.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Even the rain won't stop us. Partners in Torah will always continue. We'll always come, learn Torah, and have a great evening of inspiration and Torah learning. Tonight, I would like to introduce one of our close friends at Torch and a wonderful person to come speak. It is his bar mitzvah parsha this week. So he will be speaking tonight. He knows a little bit about the parsha. Scott Kammerman, please join us.
Thank you, Mrs. Grunitzky, and thank you for the opportunity. And by the opportunity, I mean by just telling me that I was going to be speaking tonight. But yes, you're absolutely correct. It was Kitavo was my bar mitzvah portion about 30 years ago, and so it's a portion, obviously, which I'm quite familiar with. And what I think is really interesting is throughout the course of the year, I feel as though we hear quite often at various times about the portion of Kitavo, specifically the punishments that are listed by Moshe Rabbeinu that will potentially end up befalling the children of Israel if they don't abide by the laws of Hashem. And you know, it's something, as I was kind of rereading the portion again and absorbing everything, especially the drama of what takes place in this portion. So many things that happen, but of course, when we're thinking about the Levites who are standing between the two mountains with 6 tribes on one mountain, 6 tribes on the other, and listing blessings and curses, and each together saying Amen. And later on in the portion, of course, I believe that there are about 98 different punishments that are outlined, and some of them are pretty graphic and pretty scary. And so for many people, Kitavo is a pretty scary portion when you start kind of reading about the specifics of the punishments. But that being said, I made a note of this, that I think that as much as we fear or scary some of these punishments are, that there's merit actually in the fear of punishment. Fear can be a very positive, motivating factor. I was thinking about it before, especially in my own life. Growing up as a kid, if I came home past curfew, there was a punishment that was associated with that. And was it a punishment that my parents wanted to give me? No. Did they punish me because it brought them joy? No, quite the opposite. They wanted to be home by a certain time, and because of that, and because I wasn't home, I had to go and pay the price, so to speak, there. And why did they want me home? They wanted me home so that they would know that I'm safe. So on a much larger scale, what is the purpose of punishments? Why are punishments listed in the manner in which they are? And it's not because Hashem wants to punish us, just the opposite. Hashem wants to bless us. And that's why we're always told to choose life, to obey the commandments. Punishment is a last resort. And Hashem loves us so much, that's the last thing that he wants to end up doing, is to have to come through with the punishments that are outlined in this particular portion. I was also thinking to myself, just again as a bit of a comparison, for anybody who drives down Bel Air Boulevard near West University, you see, in particular, you see police officers with their radar guns, and they're making sure that everybody is going at the exact speed that they should. And if not, you're going to end up paying a ticket. And what's the first thing everybody do? You see everybody in front of you slams on the brakes. Why? I mean, everyone wants to make sure that they're not going to end up getting a ticket. That's the worst thing. Oh my gosh, I can't think of anything worse to potentially end up getting a ticket and going to, or having to go to court, having to get a lawyer, having to pay. Hashem has a radar gun on us, in a sense, constantly, 24/7. He's watching us constantly in everything that we do. And so, it's one of those things, especially as we're approaching Rosh Hashanah and as we're listening to the sounding of the shofar, I hope that we all take a moment to pause and to motivate ourselves to reflect on the good that we did this past year, so that we not only sustain but enhance it, and also reflect on the things that we did that could maybe be a little bit better, or the things that were wrong, to avoid doing them in the future. And may the upcoming year be one of complete joy, happiness, long life, and good health to everyone. All right.
Amen.
I just want to add one thing. I said earlier that rain does not stop us. I think it's even more than that. I think Hashem, God, stopped the rain so that we could all make it here tonight and learn. So I think that's just a lesson that we must learn, and a sign that we must see. And thank you so much, Scott, for that beautiful Torah. Have a good night, everyone.